Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Philosophossum, bringing you a special announcement today. I have made the decision to start my own country. In fact, this is something I've been wanting to do for like a long time, but only recently started giving the idea any sort of serious thought. At first I created a GoFundMe for a country called the Republic of Possumland, and I mostly started that as like a joke. You know, there's a lot of like joke campaigns on GoFundMe that don't actually intend to raise any money. It was basically starting out as one of those. But in certain circles on Discord, I got involved in discussions regarding homesteading and seasteading and buying land and starting a libertarian utopia. I watched the videos by Kokesh where he buys up a piece of land and starts his own little homestead. I saw that one video from the Infographics Show about how to start your own country, and I was thinking, you know, maybe I can actually pull this off. Or at the very least, have fun trying to. So my plan is basically to crowdfund buying an island. The reason I prefer an island over a plot of land somewhere is because I figured it would be easier to establish sovereignty if the country weren't connected to a mainland. Now, the island I chose is in the Maldives, which, in case you don't know, is a small series of islands in the Indian Ocean, a little south of India, Sri Lanka, that neck of the woods. And the reason I chose this island is because, well, it's basically perfect for starting a country. It has a lot of key infrastructure pre-built, such as water, electricity, roads, even a fully functional airport. In order for a country to thrive, it's going to need connections to the outside world, and with not only the airport, but also plenty of space to build harbors and seaports, we can establish very strong trade, outside connections with other countries, and that will cause my country to thrive. Not only from trade, but also tourism, because there's resort facilities pre-built there, and it's a very beautiful island if you see pictures of it. Now, because this island is so ideal for starting a country, obviously it comes at a bit of a price. Hold on to your hats. 65 million. Now, while you're taking the time to pick your jaw up off the ground, I have a very robust plan to raise that staggering amount of money. In the description, you'll see a link to the GoFundMe page. On that page, you'll see some of the perks that come with living in my country, such as voluntary taxation, minimal government, social safety nets that are voluntarily funded, and all sorts of perks. Becoming a donor comes with perks as well. You get automatic citizenship, a guaranteed plot of land, tax discounts, there'll be a donor-exclusive lounge in the government building where you can come and hang out. The reason I'm starting this country is because I kind of want to prove that libertarianism works. Small government, voluntary taxes, things like that. You have your Sam Cedars and your Paula Dices and your skeptical humans and people like that who say, well, libertarianism just doesn't work. There's no empirical evidence. Well, this is sort of my way of giving them that empirical evidence. As soon as the country's set up, I'll invite Tom Hartman, Sam Cedar, Kyle Kalinske to come on over and take a look at what they've been bashing all these years. And you can figure out more about what the underlying principles are and what type of libertarian policies I plan to implement on the GoFundMe page. So it was originally going to be called the Republic of Possumland as kind of a tongue-in-cheek nod to my YouTube channel. But now that I'm seriously considering going through with this, I've decided to change the name to the Vulpine Republic. Why? Well, two reasons. One is that I noticed a lot of other libertarians have fox avatars, like Esoteric Entity. The other reason is that I had this sketch of a sexy fox princess lying around for all these years, and you know what? I'm going to use that in a flag, why not? So what you're seeing on screen right now is a sketch of my flag, or the prospective flag, I should say, because I haven't started the country yet. The name and flag are both sort of not quite set in stone, so it could change again depending on what people want. And of course, as more people get involved with this, people get on board with it, I might hear more suggestions and I might make additional adjustments in the future. But I think a good selling point for my country would be a unique flag, something that captures attention, and I think the flag I have right now does a pretty good job at that. I'm also going to be drawing a coat of arms, writing an anthem, typing up a constitution, sort of laying out how the government's going to work, how the military is going to work, things like that. And anyone who wants to get involved with this project, I'll keep you updated as I go along. Now, in addition to raising 65 million, some other things I'm going to need are professionals, people who are smart, who know things. Because as I'm sure you could all imagine, starting a country from scratch ain't exactly easy. And although I've played my fair share of Tropico, there's a lot more I need to learn about politics before I set up my own country. Also, because I more or less want to establish complete sovereignty, it'll help me if the island is as self-reliant as possible. So the more of the things we need that we can create on the island, like water, food, electricity, things like that, the better off we'll be in terms of establishing sovereignty. So I'll need experts in all kinds of fields to come on over. Doctors, farmers, experts in agriculture, scientists and engineers, people who know about electricity, electronics, plumbing, water systems, all different sorts of things. In particular, I want experts in nuclear power, because right now the island as it's designed gets a lot of its electricity from a diesel generator, and not only is that going to be expensive to run long term, but also creates foreign reliance. which gives potentially hostile countries a way to grab us by the balls, basically. So if I can get the right engineers and experts to come on over to the island, I would love to replace the diesel generators with nuclear ones. On top of that, experts in hydroponics and agrobiology can help us be food independent. Also, lawyers and other types of legal experts will be helpful in dealing with sovereignty issues, foreign relations, things like that. So experts in all different fields, especially STEM fields, are going to be super important for starting this country. Another interesting idea I had was buying up luxury yachts and then equipping them with like missile launchers and machine guns, things like that, so we'd have a navy. But because they're luxury yachts, we could in times of peace use the ships to offer like cruise and tourist services. And how much safer could a tourist feel than on a cruise ship that can literally instantly turn into a Navy battleship? Imagine how easy you as a passenger can rest your head on a cruise ship that has missile launchers and machine guns for any wannabe pirates out there. Anyways, this is going to be a long ways off, because obviously $65 million is a lot of money. It's going to take a long time to raise that much. In addition, there's a lot of different fields I'll need to educate myself on in order to be self-reliant. Everything from politics and economics to nuclear power and different types of electronic systems. This is going to be a huge undertaking, but I think if we as liberty lovers band together, we can make it happen. If for no other reason, to have the satisfaction of knowing that a country that has a sexy fox princess as its flag exists. So links to the GoFundMe as well as a Discord server I set up will be in the description for anyone who's interested. This has been Flosspossum, making stupidity play dead. Hopefully soon from my own country.